Once upon a time in a small town, there lived a couple named Alex and Emily. This town was quaint, nestled between rolling hills with narrow cobbled streets and charming houses, much like a scene from a dreamy painting. The couple, Alex and Emily, were heart of this community, known for their boundless love and unblemished devotion towards each other. Their love story was nothing short of a fairy tale, a tale filled with hope, passion, and an invincible bond of trust and affection. Alex, a handsome man, was well respected for his kindness and integrity. He was the town's blacksmith, working diligently every day, pouring his heart into every piece he crafted. Emily, on the other hand, was a picture of grace and beauty, her soul as radiant as her sun-kissed hair. She ran the local bakery, her savory pies and sweet pastries a delight for everyone in the town. Together they became the epitome of true love, their bond unbreakable, their affection so undying that they became the object of admiration for everyone around them. Their love story was one of a kind, the kind that people tell their grandchildren about, the kind that poets write ballads of. The depth of their love was that they couldn't imagine a life without each other. Their bond was the kind of love that made hearts flutter and gave solace to those in despair. The love they had for each other was awe-inspiring, transcendental, and deeply rooted. But every story has a twist, and their tale, it was a close friend named Michael. Michael was an ordinary man with an extraordinary secret. He was a silent observer, a man who lived on the sidelines of this grand love story, always watching, never participating. He had always admired their love from a distance, his heart secretly yearning for Emily. He was entranced by the grace that Emily exuded, captivated by the allure of her warm smile. His admiration slowly but surely turned into a deep affection, which over time transformed into an obsessive love for Emily. Consumed by bitterness and jealousy, he watched their perfect love story unfold, his feelings for Emily growing stronger with each passing day. He would spend sleepless nights thinking about her, imagining scenarios where she would be his, and not Alex's. It was an emotional turmoil, between his loyalty towards his friend Alex and his burgeoning love for Emily. However, love can sometimes blind us, lead us down paths we never thought we'd tread. It can mislead us, make us do things we otherwise wouldn't. And for Michael, his love for Emily was about to lead him down a destructive path. A path filled with deceit, betrayal, and heartbreak. His mind started to devise plans to win Emily's heart, his heart numb to the consequences these actions might have. Little did Alex and Emily know, their perfect love story was to take an unexpected turn. Unaware of the storm brewing in their peaceful lives, they continued to live in their world filled with love and laughter. But beneath the surface, the undercurrents of deception and betrayal were beginning to stir, threatening to bring their fairy tale to a premature end. In the shadow of Alex and Emily's love, bitterness and jealousy began to consume their close friend Michael. He was once a part of the happy trio, existing harmoniously, sharing a bond of friendship. However, with time, the relationship between Emily and Alex began to bloom, pushing Michael to the periphery, drowned in the abyss of unrequited love. Consumed by his unfulfilled emotions for Emily, he found himself in the throes of his darkest desires. He held Emily up on a pedestal, an epitome of all things beautiful and pure. Michael wanted Emily not because he desired her, but because he believed he loved her. A love, he felt, was more genuine and profound than Alex's. However, the grave reality of his feelings being one-sided scarred him deeply. This scar opened doors to an inner turmoil, with jealousy providing additional fuel to his already burning heart. He was unable to accept their love, shrugging off any reasons to rejoice in his friend's happiness. Seeing the two in love was a daily torment, a constant reminder of his heartache. A heartache that was leading him down a path of destruction, a path that he himself had chosen. This torment led him to a sinister plan. Michael, blinded by the darkness of his mind, made a decision that was going to shatter the bond between the lovers. Driven by his intense infatuation for Emily and an irrational hatred for Alex, he decided to manipulate the situation. He began weaving a web of deceit, carefully crafting lies and planting seeds of doubt in Alex's heart. His orchestration so elaborate that it appeared as if Emily was being unfaithful. He manipulated situations, twisted truths, and exploited vulnerabilities. Behind the scenes, he meticulously laid out the traps, waiting patiently for Alex to fall into them. His deceitful plan was working, setting the stage for a confrontation that would shake their love to its very core. One evening, the weight of the carefully crafted evidence, Alex, with tear-filled eyes, accused Emily of betrayal. The accusations, sharp as a dagger, pierced Emily's heart. She stood there in disbelief, shocked at the ferocity of the accusations. Her heart pounded in her chest, her mind raced with confusion and shock. She was innocent but found herself defenseless against the barrage of allegations. With a broken heart, Emily vehemently denied any wrongdoing. She pleaded with Alex to remember their love, to trust her, but the poison of doubt had already seeped into his heart. She begged him to see through the lies, to feel the sincerity of her words, to understand the depth of her love for him. But Alex was too deep into the abyss of doubt, his trust shattered, and his heart filled with resentment. Emily's pleas on deaf ears, her cries of innocence echoing in the room. The once happy, inseparable trio was now torn apart. Their once perfect love story, a tale of trust, companionship, and love, was now a heartbreaking saga of betrayal and deceit, orchestrated by the very person they had considered a friend. With Emily's pleas falling on deaf ears, their once perfect love story had now turned into a heartbreaking tale of betrayal and deceit. As time passed, the truth began to unravel, gradually exposing the intricate web of Michael's cruel manipulations. His malevolence, once obscured in the shadows of ambiguity, was now brought into the glaring spotlight of truth, painting a chilling portrait of his deceit. Each and every lie he had spun, each calculated move and contrived tale, everything he fabricated was now being dissected and scrutinized in the harsh light of reality. The facade of honesty that he had so skillfully maintained was shattered, and the shards reflected his image as the deceiver. As the layers of deceit were methodically peeled away, the extent of Michael's betrayal, the magnitude of his duplicity, and the depth of his treachery became painfully, agonizingly clear. The revelations of his deceit were as stunning as a cold winter's breath, catching everyone off guard. His meticulously orchestrated plan, once shrouded in the enigma of mystery, was now laid bare, naked, and exposed for all to witness. His machinations, once veiled in secrecy, were now displayed in the open, exposing the rot at the heart of his lies. In the face of such irrefutable evidence, Michael was left with no choice but to confess. Consumed, perhaps even devoured by a sense of guilt, he admitted his actions, his words echoing with palpable remorse. He attempted to apologize, his voice heavy with regret, but his words were hollow, devoid of genuine sincerity. Even in his confession, his true nature, that of a manipulator, was undeniable. Amidst this unanticipated revelation, a pivotal moment transpired. Alex looked into Emily's eyes, those oceanic orbs filled with an unyielding love that had remained resilient, even under the crushing weight of false accusations. In the depth's gaze, he saw a steadfast loyalty that had held firm against the storm of betrayal, a trust that had remained unbroken despite the savage blows of deception. In that defining moment, Alex realized the depth of Michael's deception, a betrayal so profound and so deep, it was like, and yet, he also recognized the strength of Emily's love, a love so pure, so enduring, and so powerful that it could withstand even the harshest of trials. As he held Emily in his arms, he felt the radiating warmth of her love, a love that had survived the onslaught of deceit. As he embraced Emily, he made a solemn vow, a pledge to rebuild the trust that had been ruthlessly shattered by deceit and manipulation. He promised to restore the faith that had been callously broken, to mend the bonds that had been recklessly torn apart. He vowed to work relentlessly to rebuild a relationship that had been under siege, to restore the love that had been stained by treachery. In the end, their love story wasn't perfect, by the standards of fairy tales, was marked by treachery and betrayal, by hurt and pain, but it was real, raw and genuine. It was a love story painted with the hues of life, not just the rosy pink of romance but also the stark gray of deception and the healing white of forgiveness. And that's what made it even more beautiful. It was an emblem of their strength, their resilience, and their undying love. Why does love, an emotion so pure and beautiful, often seem to test our resilience? Have you ever wondered how love and resilience intertwine? Let's delve into a tale that might shed some light on this. In a quaint town, lived two souls deeply in love, Alex and Emily. Their love was the kind that poets write about, a love that was palpable, radiant, and inspiring. However, every love story has its trials, and theirs came in the form of a third person, Michael. Michael, a close friend, couldn't help but feel a burgeoning affection towards Emily. Blinded by his love, he began to meddle in their relationship, causing rifts and misunderstandings between Alex and Emily. Their once peaceful love story was now tainted with confusion and pain, their hearts wounded by the actions of a friend they trusted. But love, as they say, is not merely a feeling but a choice. Alex and Emily chose to fight for their love, to heal their wounded hearts together. They were determined to not let Michael's actions determine their fate. They stood resilient, their love serving as their armor against the storm that was threatening to uproot their relationship. Time, forgiveness, and understanding became the bricks with which they rebuilt their relationship. It wasn't easy, and there were moments of doubt and hurt, but they knew their love was worth the fight. Every day was a step towards healing, a step towards a stronger bond, a step towards a love that was more profound than ever before. As they moved forward, cherishing their relationship and the lessons they had learned from this ordeal, Michael was left behind to face the consequences of his actions. He was left alone, reflecting on the friendships he had destroyed in his misguided pursuit of love. In the end, it was love that prevailed. Alex and Emily's love story served as a reminder to all of us that even the darkest storms can be weathered when two hearts are bound by an unbreakable bond. Their journey showed us that love is resilient, that it has the power to heal, to forgive, to understand, and to overcome any challenge thrown its way. This tale of love and resilience teaches us that love isn't just about the happy moments, but also about the trials that test its strength. It's about choosing to love even when the tide is against you. It's about understanding that love is not just an emotion, but a commitment, a promise to stand by each other, come what may. So, the next time you find yourself questioning the resilience of love, remember Alex and Emily. Remember their resilience, their determination to heal, their unwavering belief in their love. Remember that love, when true and deep, can triumph over even the most destructive of obstacles.